Hi, Francis. Welcome to today's webinar. All right. So basically, today we're going to talk about price spread and order book. So we're still waiting for the rest to jump in. All right. Hi. Welcome in, Rahman. So if you guys can hear me, do let me know. Just drop in the chat box. So I'll just say hi here. All right. So we will start roughly around 8:35. So we will wait for the rest to join in. So if you want to share this link to your friends or pals or your family members, please do so. The more the merrier, right? So basically, digital asset it's the next investment opportunity, or I would say investment alternative in this Malaysian market. If you all can hear me, let me know. Kalau boleh dengar, just bagi tahu. At least I know there is no connection issue or there's no technical issue from my end. All right, thanks for the reply, Rahman. Okay, while waiting for the rest to join in, so let me just play some good songs while waiting for the rest to join. Basically, the song is just to relax our mind before we basically go through all these topics on webinar. All right, so let's have just a friendly chat. Okay, so what do you guys think about the market? Since everything's just dropping, so you guys think the digital asset will drop as well? I personally believe the price is very attractive. Probably will be looking some for myself as well. Hi Aspa, welcome in. So while waiting for the rest to join, let's continue some music. So we will roughly start by 8:35. So we'll just give them some time to join in. So we're expecting quite a number of audience today. So let's see how many turn up.
down in the old compound. Lamborghinis on the rented Hummers. The party's on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Be in the middle with the one I love. We're just trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in well, 'cause we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, you look so nifty, so don't ask me a question here. This is my only fear.
All right, welcome in. We are still waiting for the rest.
Beautiful people dropped off designer clothes, with fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people, rolled up notes, tops and broken homes, surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. Oh, we are not beautiful. And drove for hours last night and we made it nowhere. I see stars in your eyes, no, we're halfway there. I'm not fazed by all them lights and flashing cameras. Swing my arms around you, there's no need to care. We don't fit in well, we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, your love's done in dear, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people, designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you doing, who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people, a roll of notes, knobs and broken homes, surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party, that's not who we are. Oh, we are not beautiful. If that's not who we are. Oh, we are not beautiful. Do you love the rain? Does it make you dance when you're drunk with your friends at a party? What's your favorite song? Does it make you dance? Do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me what are you dreaming? Everything I want to know it all. I spent 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. Do you miss the road that you grew up on? Did you get your middle name from your grandma? When you think about you forever now, do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. Let's spend 10,000 hours, 10,000 more. That's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000.
All right. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. So, yep, I think we can just start our webinar now. All right. So, yep, welcome in for 23rd September webinar session with Tokenize. All right. So, for you guys who are new, I'm basically the key account manager for Tokenize. I am Surin. We have been doing this webinar session ever since the MCO started. right? Our main objective is to educate Malaysians out there about digital asset and how can we look at digital asset as one of our investment alternative. Okay. So all right. So basically, what's going to happen tonight is that we will recap what we have covered, what I've shared last week. Okay. And I will also be sharing some technical ideas on digital asset price movement. Okay. Then I will also explain on the taker and maker fee. We do receive a lot of questions on this. So yeah, it will be interesting to cover on what is the taker and maker fee. All right. And yep, the main topic on the price spread and order book. So on and off, I'll be sharing screen. So yep, if there's any technical error, do let me know. So I will be more aware of what's happening on the audience side because I'm not able to see or hear if there's any technical issue. So if there's any, do let me know in the chat box. All right, at least I'm aware of what's happening on your end. All right, so disclaimer: this is very important part I will say. So basically, what I'm sharing here today it's purely my own opinion and based on my understanding on digital asset and how I interpret things is basically all my personal opinion. All right, so let's recap on what we have covered last week. So basically, I'm aware. Basically, I can see some of you guys in the last week webinar session. So yeah, let's cover on those. So basically, last week we covered on the factors influencing digital asset price movement. There are few, I will say, and a few important parts as well that basically influence the digital asset price movement. Okay, so these are the 6 key factors that basically, I will say, trigger the digital asset market. All right, so first, the supply and demand. Everybody knows whatever investment market or financial market, I'll say everything is based on supply and demand. All right. So the next one will be regulation of the exchange. Third one we'll be looking here will be stock market and gold price. And fourth and basically the sixth one will be more or less the same, news in the media and social media. And the fifth one will be user adoption. All right. So yeah. All right. So let's look at supply and demand. Basically, supply and demand is the law of market. All right. If there's no supply and demand, basically the market will not be very efficient. So supply and demand has to do something with the order book and price spread, which is we're going to talk later on tonight. And without this supply and demand, market will not be very attractive. Okay. And through supply and demand, it also creates high volatility. So let's say if we are a trader, a day trader, short-term trader, so this will be one of the key elements to look at on any trading opportunity. Okay, so next will be popular digital asset. All right, so let's say for the month of July and August, Ethereum has been one of the popular digital asset in the market. So basically, everybody was heavily trading on Ethereum. So there's a lot of supply and demand rules going on there, and yeah, basically the price moved handsomely, I'll say. Okay, and the last but not least will be the no capping on price rise or fall. So basically, the supply and demand is there, and on digital asset there is no capping. So like in stock market, all right, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so there's 30% rule in the stock market, 30% for anything above 1 ringgit, and anything below 1 ringgit will be 30 cents. So in digital asset, there is no capping. So it's very, very attractive if the asset goes up very fast and the supply and demand curve basically attract each other. Yeah, it will be very, very interesting to basically trade on digital asset. All right, so let's move on to the next one, the regulation of the exchange. Okay, this is very important, I'll say. let's say you are as a trader, okay, basically a very passive investor. All this while, all of us, including me, we are very skeptical on digital asset, especially Bitcoin, because we know back in 2017, Bitcoin is very popular. It's the talk of most of the Malaysians out there. So a lot of people are basically aware of what Bitcoin is, but people are skeptical because there is no framework, there is no guideline from any regulators. So yeah, so when people say Bitcoin, invest in Bitcoin, people say, oh, this is scam. But right now, uh, they are regulated exchanges. Tokenized is one of them. All right, so basically there's three regulated exchanges. Okay, so yeah, uh, it's good to have regulated exchange. Okay, I'm sure most of you guys will agree with me that having a regulated exchange, it's very I would say it makes market more efficient. Okay, secure and transparent, and participation of financial institution will be much more easier. Imagine if we have a lot of fund management companies or firm coming in into the exchange and investing big bulk of investment on any of the regulated exchange. Okay, so regulation of the exchange is the game changer for Malaysian trader or Malaysian investor, I would say, on digital asset. User adoptions. So this is also very important, right? So without this, basically there is no uh, investor or trader on the exchange. All right. So account acquisition is very important. So that is where Tokenize work as an exchange, going out there educating people about digital assets. All right. So we that is why we are basically doing this webinar session to share knowledge, to basically share as much as we can to you guys about digital assets and regulated exchanges. Okay. So better acceptance level. So when there's higher better acceptance level, the higher the chances of the market being more efficient and being more attractive. Okay. And role of social media plays a very important role in user adoption. And you can see a lot of regulated exchanges are basically sharing as much as they can in terms of uh, getting the adoptions or getting acquisitions within the Malaysian in digital asset investment. All right. So equity and commodities. Well, we can see later on during I'll be sharing some technical charts. Okay, so we can see basically part of these are playing a very big role in the current market situation of digital asset. All right. So yes, Bitcoin is also known as digital gold. So there are some positive correlation. If the gold drops, probably the Bitcoin, which is the blue chip of digital asset, drop, and most of the other assets as well will drop as well. So yeah, we will go on to that later on, probably next on the next slide. Okay, so that is what I've summed up on what we have covered last week. So you guys have any question regarding this, feel free to ask. Okay, so digital asset price movement from 16 September to 23 September. So let's move into some of the technical aspect on what's happening digital asset right now. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen. All right, so I have the chart ready here. Okay, so yeah, basically you can see the price dropped tremendously over here. I will basically show later on why the price dropped tremendously here. So at this current point of time, I'm basically using three main indicators, which is this is basically my way of looking at technical charts. All right. So I have my 50 days moving average basically to indicate the short-term trend. So I have the 200 days moving average basically to indicate the long-term trend. And I'm also looking at the RSI to indicate the overbought and oversold situation. All right. So right now, so let's zoom in on the month of September, purely on the month of September. Okay. So you can see from the from 3rd September to 19th September, Bitcoin price was basically on the uptrend movement. All right. It was pretty close to basically break the short-term trend. Okay, but we are seeing a big downfall here for the past 3 days. I would say 20th September was a drop, and 21st December was a big drop as well. So yeah, if you're asking me what price will be attractive, I will say will be at the support level of 40155. So let's take it as 40,100 as the support level at this current point of time for Bitcoin. So I'm just going to move on if there's any question. All right, there's no question. Okay, cool. So 40,155 will be my support level at this current point of time. So if Bitcoin price basically drop at that level, there will be a very attractive price to look at. So at this current point of time, it's basically trading at this trend. Okay, so short-term support level will be at 41,900. Okay, so you guys may have a different opinion looking at technical chart. So this is basically my personal opinion on looking at technical charts. So basically, at this current point of time, I will say Bitcoin's short-term support level will be at 41,900. Okay, so if the price is closing by to 41,900, it could be very, very good to basically look at Bitcoin price at that level. Okay, so for now, okay, what's going to happen now is that if Bitcoin price is able to break that 43,940 trend, all right, so basically if we can go above 44,000 by tonight, I will say there'll be a good chance of Bitcoin price rebounding, subject to one of the important indicator, gold price. All right, so we will cover the gold price as well shortly. So there is some uptrend going on here from 22nd comparing to today. So I'm basically using a daily chart. All right, so yep, I'll be able to see if it's able to break 44,000 and closing above 21st downfall, then it could be a chance of Bitcoin price rebounding. But at this current point of time, it's just trending below the 50 days moving average and above the 200 days moving average is basically on the sideline, I will say. All right, that's a good question, Francis. How do you decide on any support level? So basically, every individual or every investor or basically any investor have their own way of looking at support level. Okay, for me, for long-term support level, I will look at the 200 days moving average, so which is the orange line. So this is the long-term support level. So I'm basically looking at, if you can see here, just focus on the 200 days moving average, the indicator here, you will see a point there showing. All right, you can see the orange indicator is saying 39,250. So basically myself, I will look at it as a long-term support level. So anything trading at 39,250 for a long term, a long run, it's still on the safe zone. But for a short term, I will look at this previous downfall, a previous uptrend, and the second uptrend over here and here. All right, so at this point, support level will be at 41,900, which is on this upside. The next will be at this upside, which is at 39,000, which is the 200 days moving average. So I hope I'm able to answer you, Francis. Okay, so what about resistance level? So resistance level will be at this blue line. Okay, for me, short-term resistance level will be at 46,673.16. So that is my short-term resistance level. All right. So if Bitcoin price can basically break that resistance level, I will say it has a very high chance to basically trade within this level again. Right. So at this current point of time, I'm just stating 46,673 as the short-term resistance. Okay, so basically it has to break that level to show a very positive trend. All right, so let's move on Ethereum. Okay, same trend as Bitcoin, I will say. look very volatile at this current point of time. It's very long way towards its resistance level and still standing steadily above the 200 days moving average. So if you can see, the long-term support level is at 1085.54. Right now it's at 1416.50. Okay, so yeah, it's still trading very healthily here on a sideline basis. Okay, so short-term trend, short-term support level will be at this upside, I will say. Okay, will be at 1276.90. Why do I say that? If you can see here, the price basically dropped and then it went up higher over here as well. So this level will be at the short-term support level 1299.97. So I will basically have a very close look on Ethereum. If it's dropping below that level, so then it's probably closing the gap towards its short-term, a long-term support level at 1046.23, which is the 200 days moving average line. Okay, so that is how I see a technical chart. Okay, guys, for this current trend for Ethereum, it was doing the same trend as Bitcoin. Okay, basically on an uptrend from 4th September all the way to 19, then a huge drop here. All right, so right now it's trying to recover, but let's see how well can it do. So yep, if it's able to basically, the first key indicator, if it's able to recover back from 21st September drop, then it could be a sign of a rebound. But as long as it's not able to do that, then it will be on a sideways, and do monitor very closely on the price. Okay, same thing here. Do pay very close attention on Ethereum price. It basically has to cover, it has to close beyond this downtrend, I will say. Then you can see a short-term play or short-term rally on Ethereum. All right, so on XRP, let's move on XRP. Okay, very I will say not so attractive at this current point of time because it's very close to the support level, long-term support level. So if you can see, the 200 days moving average is at 91 cent. So if the price it's moving closer to 91 cent, you want to pay very close attention, probably to take profit if you have anything below that price range, or if you are still looking into buying Ripple, so let it break below the 91 cents and see how low can it drop, and if there's any sign of rebound. All right, so I'm also doing some reading on Ripple, basically XRP. There are some talks that XRP may have a huge rally going on, but due to the technical chart, I don't see any rally happening. But pay a very close attention to it, because if it's able to be supported very well at this range, okay, then we may see more buyers coming in for Ripple. Okay, so let's see on gold price, right? So this is the main reason why basically you can see a very huge downfall on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple, because on 21st September, gold price dropped, all right, purely because of what the President of America said. Probably the economy stimulus, the strengthening of US dollar are very favorable towards the economy. So basically, the US dollar is pretty much strengthening. So it's affecting the gold price. But let's say if there's any news that will trigger the gold price up again, then it could be a very good indicator of a rebound on digital asset. Okay, thank you, Asfa. All right. Yeah, technical chat. It's very lovely, I'll say. All right, lively as well. There are a lot of opportunity. Okay, I will be sharing some later on. Even on a downtrend market, you can still make some money through arbitraging. So Probably you want to discuss that later on in the chat box, right? So I was monitoring all the 3 regulated exchanges, and there are opportunities on arbitrage. So you just have to pay very, very close attention on the possibility of arbitraging, right? So yeah, so tips, compare Bitcoin price with 21st September drop. If it's able to basically close higher than this 21st September price, then you may see a rally going on. Or basically, if the price can be maintained here or on a sideways, collecting buyers, then you can see probably the strength of pushing the Bitcoin price higher. It's very likely as well. And most important, it's the gold price. Okay, so do some reading, okay, to enhance our knowledge on the trend of gold price. Then you will be able to see the trend on digital asset as well. So if you can see here, Bitcoin price is basically trading above 10,500 already. It was at 10,100, quite low, and now it's at 10,500, very, very positive. But let's see how well can it sustain at this level. Okay, so that's on the technical chart. Any question on the technical chart? Okay. Let me just. Any question on the technical chart? If you guys want to know better on how do we draw a trend line, how we draw a support resistance level, you guys can ask as well. I'm happy to share. Basically, I use the 3 indicator, which is the moving average 50 days as my short term indicator, moving average 200 days as my long term indicator, and my RSI. So these 3 is very, very good indicator, good enough, I would say, for a basic investor like us to basically look at a technical chart and decide how can it go. Okay, so I've already shared some tips on the technical chart. If you guys have any other opinions or any other ideas, feel free to share. It's basically 2 ways learning. So yeah, and as I said earlier, this is basically my way of looking at technical chart. All right, so the most interesting topic, the taker and maker fees. Our customer service has been receiving quite a number of questions on this. Probably people out there are still not clear about taker and maker fees. Okay, and Tokenize has one of the I would say one of the attractive maker fees, I would say, because let me just share it out. Tokenized makers fee are basically 0% free of charge. There's no charge on maker fee at this current point of time. Will we amend that? It all depends on how the market trend is. And our taker fee will be 0.8% minimum 10 cents. All right. So if you guys are looking at arbitraging, do compare the rates of all 3 regulated exchanges, and I'm sure you guys are able to at least make some profit during the downfall or the uptrend of the market. Okay. I hope the slide is quite okay. So what is maker fee? So let me make it simple. All right. So maker fees are basically those who are selling and buying, not from an immediate market. That means not from the immediate bidding price or selling price. Okay. So basically, you guys queue the price and just wait for people to basically sell it to you or buy it from you. Okay. So why do I say that? Why there is maker fees? So let me give you guys some example. Okay, how some of us look at the market. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay, as an investor, I always refer to investing.com. Okay, so right now investing.com is basically telling me the Bitcoin price is at 10,507.2. So what I'll do here, I will convert. So basically, I'm getting a Ringgit Malaysia 43652.15. This is basically a direct translation or direct exchange. So what I'll do here now is I will look at Bitcoin price on Tokenize and see what is the bid price and ask price. So my price here is I want it to be 43652.15. So right now it's 43305.00. If I'm a buyer, I will put in the price which I've exchanged, and I'll be queuing up on the bidding price and wait for the seller to sell to me. So you are considered a maker for tokenized market. Okay. So let me just explain it again. So let's say on the selling point, all right, from a selling part, and let's say now you have some units of Bitcoin you want to sell. So if you are going to sell straight to 43,305, basically you are the taker. So you just take whatever is in the market. But what if you want to be a maker? So basically you want to sell your Bitcoin at certain price. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to queue slightly at 44339.53 or 44338.53, I would say. So basically you are considered the maker of the tokenized market. So I hope I'm clear on this as well. All right. So okay. Basically, a maker places an order above the current best bid, or the maker place a bid below the current best offer. I hope I'm clear on this. Lowest ask price, highest bid price equals to spread. I wouldn't say that, Daniel. Okay, what will I say is that, okay, I'm just going to share my screen again. Right, I have not moved to the price spread actually, but it's okay since there's a question. All right, so if you can see the current bid here will be 43,305, and you will see here at the ask order will be 44,346.49. So basically, if you minus both of that, you will get what is the price spread of in tokenized platform. All right. So basically, there are some investors who basically compare the price spread just to ensure the market it's attractive for them, I would say. Okay, some investors do such comparison. Okay. So just a moment, let me just confirm. All right. So if you take the current, okay, if you take the difference between the 44,324 and 43,000, basically you're gonna get 1,000 plus. All right. So the 1,000 plus is the price spread on tokenized platform. So the later on I will share as well on the spread how can we classify attractive price spread. Okay, and I will share on the spread as well, so no worries about that. So basically it's not the lowest ask price and it's not the highest bid price. It's basically the current market price, and you will be able to do the difference, and you can see how efficient is the spread. Okay, takers, I've explained earlier, is basically a taker place an order at or below the current best bid, or the taker basically sell it on the market price. Okay, sell it or buy it from the market price. Easy as that. Maker, you are not buying, you are not selling from the market price. Basically, you are queuing according to the price you want, and takers are basically selling and buying from the current market price. Why is there makers, market makers, and why is there market takers? So basically, these are the summary or basically classification of what is market makers. So market makers basically are arbitrages, short-term oriented, and earn a spread, as what you were asking earlier, Daniel. Okay, and market takers are basically traders, investors, producers, or consumers, and basically earn or hedge from price movement. All right. So any single price movement, as long they are in profit, they will just take it. And if you can, if you really monitor the platform, all right. So if let's say with a very good capital, within short term period, within that 10 cent or 20 cents margin, you are able to basically go in and go out from the market. Basically, you are hedging from the price movement. Okay. So explaining further on what is makers, okay? Market makers are basically who provides liquidity to a market. We appreciate market makers because basically you are creating liquidity in our platform, which is very important. We need a liquid. One who place limit order on the order books. Without them, price will basically swing around widely as the exchange try to match the order. Usually rewarded with lower fees, as I said. On tokenized platform, our market makers are basically charged nothing. Brokerage are zero. Okay. Definitely, when you are placing the order, there will be some brokerage fee mentioned. But once your order is filled as a market maker, you can see on your email basically it's mentioned that your order filled and there is no brokerage charge. Okay. And maker fees, order that doesn't fill immediately, limit order. Terminology comes from the fact that placing limit orders takes few hours or day to fill. It depends. Basically, it takes a few days or weekly as well. And once another customer place an order that matches yours, you are considered a maker fees and pay zero for transaction fee. And takers are basically takers that take the liquidity from the market, place market order to immediately buy or sell. Takers pay a higher fee than makers. So on tokenized platform, basically, if you are the taker, you'll be charged 0.8% with the minimum of 10 cents. Okay, so back on your question, Daniel, on the price spread. So yes, I'll be sharing on the I'll be sharing screen later on our platform to see on the order book and the price spread as well. Okay. So this is a sample of the order book. We have bid orders and ask orders. Basically, it's just to indicate to investor and trader how liquid is the market today. Is there any opportunity for me to make money from the market today? So order books are very transparent, very clear detail on what's happening in the market. Okay, so I'll just go through briefly on the slide. Then I will basically be hands-on on the platform as well. Okay, the basic of bid and ask spread are basically supply and demand, key to healthy order book, which is very important. As I said earlier, one of the main factor that basically influence the price movement of digital asset is the supply and demand. If the order book is not healthy, the price will not move. Okay, and the bid and ask spread is therefore a signal of the level where buyers will buy and sellers will sell. A tight bid and ask spread can indicate an actively traded security with good liquidity. And another one will be a wide bid and ask spread may indicate just the opposite. Basically, if the market is not liquid, probably it's not attractive for others as well. Okay, so that's why on our tokenized platform, you can see. Okay, that'll be a good question, Rahman. If takers do buy and sell on the same day, how to calculate the fees? Basically, it's the same. As I said, if you are a taker, you take from the market, you'll be charged 0.8% as buying. And once your order is sell on the market, you'll be charged 0.8% as well. So there will not be any different charges. 0.8% is fixed for takers. Okay, even though you do hedging on the same day, buy and sell on the same day. So yeah, you'll be charged 0.8 cent on the buying and on the selling as well. All right, so let's look at Daniel. Traders that place limit order in two different exchanges, let's say A buy in tokenized and sell in exchange B. Okay, all right. So basically, Daniel, the first one will be arbitrage. If you're buying from platform A and sell at platform B, you're basically arbitraging. And market makers can be arbitrage as well. Basically, if you buy from A through queuing up, basically you wait until the order is matched. So basically, you're creating liquidity on a platform A until your order is matched as a buyer. So once your order is matched, and you're going to sell to platform B as a market maker as well. Basically, you are queuing until your selling order is matched, and basically you're also creating a liquidity for platform B. So if you are buying from tokenized or selling from tokenized as a market maker, so there will be zero brokerage fee. So that means there will be zero at this current point of time. Okay, so you can call yourself a market maker, but the terminology, the best terminology for this would be arbitrager. The second question would be, so I'm not really getting your question for the second one. What about placing limit orders on the BNR side on the same order book in the same exchange? So basically, are you trying to say if you place limit order and at the same time placing sell order, as long on tokenized platform is cash basis, as long you don't buy your own, you will not be able to buy your own selling Bitcoin digital asset. Okay, the market basically reject it. Okay, so let's say you've already have a digital asset and if you already place a sell order, so basically you're a market maker and you do have some fund and you want to buy, which is not your selling price, it's doable. So basically you are a market maker for both sides, the on the buying and on the selling. So if you are talking about placing a limit order on the bid and ask, you are not able to do so. If you are buying your own digital asset, it's not doable unless your selling price is higher than the current asking price. Then yes, it's possible. But if you are buying from your own selling, then there is no way. The market the platform basically reject it. Okay. Yes, you can do that. Yes, you are still considered a market maker. Correct, Daniel. You will be considered a market maker. That means on the same platform, if let's say the current price is 43,000 and you queue at 42,000, yep, you can. You will be considered as a market maker. Yep, sorry, I didn't get your question well, but now I understand better. You will be considered as a market maker. Okay, so there are a few types of orders. So basically, I took the popular four: market order, limit order, day order, and stop order. So on tokenized platform, there are three, which is the market order, limit order, and stop order. So there is no day order on our platform. Basically, it's good till cancel. It's not good till one day. So basically, if your order is not matched today, your order will not be automatically cancelled. It will carry forward the next day until your order is matched or cancelled. So what is market order? Basically, I've explained earlier. Market order is basically telling whatever, buying or selling whatever is available in the market. Limit order is basically queuing up. All right. Stop order is basically, let's say, we are as a trader, and digital asset is basically 24 hours, 7 days. All right. So let's say suddenly 3 o'clock in the morning. So you can set your own stop order. So let's say if it triggers your selling price, it will automatically be sold. That means when the price is dropping and you've already put a stop order, if it matches your stop order, it will automatically sell it for you. So yeah, those are the sum of orders available on our platform. Okay, so let's hands on this. Okay, I'm just going to sign in as a demo account. Okay, so you can see here we have the market order, limit order. So basically, if I click market order, I just put the amount of Bitcoin I want to buy. It will just match it for me at whatever price according to the amount I have. So let's say I want to buy 0.02, it will basically match my order to the best of 0.02, which is until here. Sorry, which is until here. Okay, so yeah, the price moved quite fast. Okay, so let's say if I'm selling, if I just put market order, so basically it will just sell according to the amount of quantity I have. So if you can see here, I have a stop order. I can queue the amount and put the price I want to set as my stop order. All right, it can be higher, it can be lower. Okay, so now we have the bid orders here. Basically, this is the buying side. The whole thing is the buying side, and we have the ask order, and this whole thing is the selling side. Okay, so you have the bid price, you have the size. Size is basically the quantity. Total will be 0.25 times 43,305 to get this, and you have the sum as well. So if you realize that the second bid order and the first bid order, the sum is different, it's because it's basically adding up 10,826.25 and 8.66. So basically you get this. So why is it available here? So that if I am as an investor or seller, if I'm selling, let's say, Bitcoin worth of 20,000, so I know it's available for me to sell the market order up to 20,000. So the order book is able to capture or basically to match the amount that I want to sell. All right. So same thing here. We have up to 246,803 worth of Bitcoin to be sold at this current market as at 23rd September. All right. And as a buyer, there is up to 317,000 worth of Bitcoin to be bought on today's market. So basically, this is how we read order book. And let's say if I want to queue my price, if I want to buy my price. So if you can see here, the spread at this current point of time is basically around 1,000 plus. All right. So if you want to make money, it's possible. The spread is huge. So let's say your order is matched at 43,305 and you can queue up straight away at 44,330. Okay. Probably if the market is on a positive trend, your order could be matched. So yeah, that's how it is. Probably I'm answering to your question, Daniel, but this is how you can basically make money on efficient market. Okay. So let's say on this price spread is basically huge and you want more attractive order book. So basically you can be an arbitrager. You can buy from platform A and sell on platform B or platform C. So that will be another good strategy to look at on this current market. Okay. So even on Ethereum as well, arbitraging opportunities is very much available. Okay. So if you can see here, the price spread is quite huge. So probably as a trader, I can look at this as an opportunity. As an investor, probably I want to monitor closely and see how efficient is the order book. All right. Same goes to XRP. So XRP's price spread is not that big. It's basically 0.004. So yep, probably if I want a XRP, you can basically buy huge amount and get out quite fast within small price spread. Okay, I hope I make sense. Okay, so basically, that's a very good question, Daniel. You are paying attention to those order book. All right, so basically, this is the liquidity for tokenized Malaysia platform only. It's not the other three platforms. The other two platforms is not other currency, other exchanges. Is just on tokenized Malaysia platform. So yeah, spot on, Daniel. That's just on tokenized platform. All right. So yeah, so that is why the sum plays a very important role. Let's say if I have 5,000 worth of 5,000 ringgit. Okay, let's say if I have 5,000 ringgit and Ripple is basically moving up very fast. I just put the market price and I just whack the market. So basically 5,000 will basically cover the whole order book. So as an investor, that could not be efficient for me because it's not attractive. But probably on Ethereum, the 5,000 is enough for me to buy up to 1442.14. All right. So that's how order book plays its role and the price spread plays its role. So price spread is important if you are as a trader, and order book is important if you are looking for as an investor point of view and as a trader point of view. Okay, so good huge price spread could be an opportunity for a trader to make money, quick money within the same day, or and it all depends on the market as well. Okay, let's move on. All right, so how order book plays its role? Basically, the bid and ask spread is essentially the difference between the higher price that a buyer is willing to pay for an asset and the lowest price that a seller is willing to accept. So the spread, that's how it works. All right, it's the difference between the highest price that the buyer is willing to pay and which is what it's available here. All right, so the current selling and the current buying. So you can call this as the immediate spread, or if you want to look at the whole market, you can even calculate that as a spread as well. Okay, how efficient is the spread? So probably from a trader perspective, you want to look that as an alternative to see how can you make money within the huge time frame. Okay, the spread is the transaction cost. Price takers buy at the ask price and sell at the bid price, but the market maker buys at the bid price and sell at the ask price. So yeah, basically as what I've been explaining, market maker basically don't take it immediately. They create the liquidity, and takers are basically taking out whatever is available on the order book. Okay, the bid represent demands and the ask represent supply. So this is very important. Okay, so the demand and supply plays a very important role here. So let's say you as an investor or trader, or let's make it simple. You as an investor and you want to invest 10,000, and the market is basically running up. Okay, so if the order book doesn't have 10,000 to fit your demand, the supply basically fail. All right, I will say. So right now, the supply basically is sufficient to meet your current demand. Okay, so that's how order book plays its role. It's very, very important to make sure or to ensure that uh, within the small price spread, the demand is able, the supply is able to meet the demand. Imagine, all right, 2,700 is 1,429. So if you want to match 10,000, it's 1,600. So as an investor, I will say, hey, basically I'm buying over the market, all right, over the market price. So I will not be keen. And if I want to chase the market, I'll be very, very much upset because I'm not able to buy on a discounted price. Basically, I'm buying something over the market price. So let's say now this price spread is very small, okay, and I have enough supply to basically meet my demand. So I'm okay with that as an investor. I hope I make sense. I'm able to explain it properly. Okay, so the bid and ask spread is the de facto measure of market liquidity, which is the main indicator of how efficient the market, and it's the law of market, basically to have good supply and demand to match the both bidding and the asking as well. Okay, guys, if there's any technical issue, do let me know. Okay, any questions so far? Any questions so far, guys? Okay, let's look at the technical chart again. All right, so basically from tokenized platform, you can open up this trading view. You can sign up for free. So once you sign up for free, basically you can create a watch list here. All right. So if you can see here globally, based on investing.com price, Bitcoin price is doing at 10,515, slightly on the upside. You can see here comparing to yesterday, it's doing on a positive trend. So you want to pay attention on probably if there is opportunity for a quick gain. Uh, you can basically monitor the order book. All right. So same goes to Ethereum, but Ethereum doesn't seem to be having the strength to basically be on a better price compared to yesterday. All right. So guys, I look on daily charts. My way of looking at chart is basically I just want to know what happened yesterday, what happened 2 days ago, what happened 3 days ago. So that is how I basically gauge myself on the market trend. So right now, Ethereum doesn't have the strength or the fuel to basically be better compared to yesterday. So probably I want to see, let's say if I want a quick gain or what, I just want to pay attention on this. If there is any strength signal of Ethereum being better, probably I want to take that opportunity. Okay, probably for a quick gain. As a trader, you want quick gain, you gotta have big capital. All right. If you're looking at small capital, the gain is possible, but it could be slow because the spread will be higher. So a big capital, uh, the spread will be smaller for you to gain quick trading opportunity. All right. So am I clear so far on the order book and spread? And looking at the gold price, currently is not doing that well. Okay, so let's say if gold price can cover back up to 1,900, so probably with the spread available on tokenized platform, you could be able to make quick margin. Okay, so right, so let me just make some quick announcement. All right, so I hope you guys are aware of our referral campaign, which is the current ongoing from 15 October, from 15 September up to 15 October. All right, how do you refer friends? It's very easy, guys. If you guys are not aware, basically you can basically refer from here. You click here. Let me just share my screen. Right, for those of you guys who are not aware that you basically can refer, you can refer. Right, click on setting. Okay, you basically have a link here. Invite a friend, copy your link or publish on Facebook. You are able to do that. All right, quite easy to basically refer friends on tokenized platform. Okay, so the condition is that if you refer, a minimum of 5 references is needed, and all 5 references will basically complete their onboarding process. It's basically completing their KYC process. All right, a winner have the chance to walk away with 1,500 worth of Bitcoin. Guys, there's a lot of money. Okay, 1,500 worth of Bitcoin today maybe differ tomorrow or probably a week after. The price could be very volatile, and runner up will be 1,000 ringgit worth of Bitcoin, and third place will be 500 worth of Bitcoin. That's pretty much very decent price award giving away to you guys, right? That is why we call it's time for a win-win campaign with Tokenized Malaysia. Okay, you guys refer, you guys win, and the tokenized platform as well is able to be more liquidity, I would say. Okay, and for you guys who have not signed up, you guys can sign up from our platform. Okay, let me just show you guys. You can press sign up here, tokenizedmalaysia.com register. Very straightforward signing up process. Feel free to include the promo code tokenized Surain over here. You can see there's a promo code tokenized Surain. You'll be able to walk away with 15 tokenized points, which is equal to 15 ringgit. And these are some of our help desk, I will say. You can basically write an email to info@tokenizedmalaysia.com. Sorry guys, there's a single I, not double I. Okay, or you can probably DM us on our Facebook. Our hardworking support team will basically communicate with you guys if there's any issue from your end. And you guys can even call me personally at 017-209-5074. I'm happy to assist you guys and you know, make you guys understand better on digital asset. Okay, any questions so far? Order book and price spread is basically very straightforward topic, right? There's not much that we can talk about order book and price spread, but I hope I'm able to explain on a very basic term. Just basically hope you guys understand on how order book and price spread work, and how as a trader or as an investor look at order book and price spread to help their investment opportunity. Okay, and on the maker and taker fees as well. So I hope I'm very clear on this. Any question, feel free to ask. I always like to keep the webinar very straightforward. I don't go around the bushes. I basically do it very straightforward. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. Okay, so I try to keep the webinar as simple as possible because it's just, you know, through online. There's nothing much you can interact because it's just basically just online. All right. So if there's any question, feel free to ask. I'm happy to assist you guys, and we will try to come up with more interesting topic to basically educate you guys better. Or if there's any suggestion of topics, you can always text me, or basically write an email to our info@tokenizedmalaysia.com. We will pick it up from there and see how we can assist you guys if there's any interesting topic that you guys want us to cover about. Okay, so yeah, I'm just showing the screen here, market makers and market takers. Very good question, Francis. We will be sharing some good news with you guys soon. All right, so we are just waiting for the green light from the Secretary of Commission to basically approve our listing on Litecoin. Just you know, monitor closely on our social media. We have some good news available for you guys soon. All right, so we're just waiting for the green light, and we will be announcing it if we are able to obtain the approval from the respective authority. Thank you for the question, Francis. Okay, if there is no question, I will basically call it a night. All right, just a short 1 hour session on the webinar topic on price spread and order book. Okay. Any question, feel free to ask on the technical charts or on the anything about our platform. I'm happy to take it and explain to help you guys as well. No worries, my pleasure. All right, so there's no question. I will call it a night. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Stay, you know, keep updated on our on tokenized webinar session. All right, we have Jaslyn, who always cover on every Thursday on Mandarin version, and I'll be covering on English version. And if you guys have friends who would like to hear on Bahasa Malaysia version as well, feel free to drop us an email. We will try to work things out. We will try to plan things out for you guys. All right. So thank you so much. Have a pleasant day and a very good night to all of you. Thank you.